Many challenges are not there to break us, it's to help us grow. Welcome to Mental and Money. This is the first episode. What I would like to talk about today is mental basics and things that I've learned on my journey, 44 years on this earth. So my mental journey started, of course, from when I was born, but I was more of an introvert growing up. I really kept a lot of things internal and held it in instead of letting people know, hey, that hurt me or that offended me. So I kept that in for a long time. I would say probably to my 20s or 30s to really start expressing how things were affecting me. I would say probably when my son was born, so I was probably in my 20s, mid 20s, when I started to explain, what was going on with me. And when he was born, I noticed that, I was just a very angry person, bitter at life, bitter at, things that happened in my childhood. My parents got divorced, things that I've been through, wanting a father in my life. Those things drove me to be bitter and angry. And the rejection really drove me to be an angry person or angry at times. So what I did prior to me being diagnosed with the mental health disability, prior to that, I went to therapy. I decided to go to therapy. I just said this was enough. It was affecting my family, so I decided to go to therapy. I decided to be open and honest in therapy so that we could start resolving some of these issues. Post-diagnosis for my mental health disability, I just decided to create a team. And this is what I'm challenging you to do. Seek help, build a team around you. And when I say a team, I mean putting me personally, I put God first. I saw a psychiatrist, and they prescribed me medication, of course, for my mental health disability. I continued to see my therapist, and my family was a big cornerstone for me during that time. My wife and family and my extended family was there. I explained to them what challenges I was going through, how I suffered, and basically how I had a plan to overcome these mental health challenges. My family got closer. People started to understand the challenges that I was going through, and they began to help me because I started to, I'm still an introvert, but I started to be more open and honest about what I was feeling and what I was dealing with and what I was going through. And also my work was very supportive at that time as well, and it still is. In this journey too, you have to decide, what relationships and what things that are toxic in your world. You have to start taking a inventory as to what's building you up and what's tearing you down. And unfortunately, it's a tough journey because you have to figure out people in your life, things you do in your life. Is it building you up or is it tearing you down? And you have to make that distinguishment. You have to make that list of things that build you up and things that tear you down. The things that tear you down, you have to get rid of because it's not helping you build. It's not helping you be a better person. It's not helping you be positive in this negative world. Me personally, I have no friends. I mean, I'm not proud to say that, but I'm a Virgo, born in September. We're kind of loners, and it's a saying about the sun rocks alone, so I can too. So the sun shines on its own, so I can do it. I can be on my own as well. So really, I have my family, my wife and kids, and my extended family that I really depend on. Like I said, I have no friends. I have my business friends, my business associates, my family, and God. That's who I depend on. So since the pandemic, I've been really focusing on. I was having some chest pain issues during the pandemic time frame. So about a year ago, I would say 6 months to a year ago, I was having chest pains, and I didn't know what was going on. So I went to go get checked, and the doctor basically was like, I did the heart check, they did the x-ray, I was on a machine, they pumped my heart rate up, so they checked the status of my heart, where everything was. Long story short, the doctor turned around and said, Lamar, you just need to take care of yourself. So from that time point, I think it was probably last June, June of last year, I decided, you know what, I'm going to start treating myself better, meaning exercise. So every day I do 50 push-ups and 50 sit-ups. My brother-in-law told me to do that when I came out of the hospital, when I had my challenges with mental health. And I've been doing that ever since last June. So 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups every day when I wake up in the morning. Meditation. So what I do in the morning is I read the Bible and I pray. I use Our Daily Bread, and I use the Bible app to read a verse every day. And I also meditate, I pray to God, and I exercise. So those are the two things that I do first thing when I wake up in the morning, before I head to the gym, before work, on top of taking my daughter to school, but that's another story. I want you to know that you have to build a regimen for yourself when you're challenged with mental health. Exercise was really key, because for me, I lost 10 pounds by doing that exercise regimen, by going to the gym every day, doing at least 30 minutes of exercise, of activity, whether that's weightlifting, whether that's cardio, whether that's taking a walk. Sometimes I take 30, 40-minute walks in the morning other than going to the gym. So I mix it up a little bit, but at least I do 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes of exercise. And I read that at least 5 minutes of exercise, walking a day, would actually help your mental health. So you begin to think positive thoughts for at least 5 minutes a day if you take a walk. But for me, it's at least 30 minutes a day. I take my dog for a walk in the afternoon. So I try to keep that exercise regimen, at least Monday through Friday going. Cut the lawn every 2 weeks. So that's 7,000 steps for me. So I keep my step count up. So I at least do 6 to 7,000 steps a week. So again, I lost 10 pounds by just changing up the exercise or increasing my exercise, and then also eating better. So eating more vegetables, eating leaner proteins, eating less carbs, or empty carbs, I would say. So rice, pastas, potatoes. So reducing that, not eliminating it, but reducing it. I still drink my coffee and cream. I can't get away from that. But, you got to have some guilty pleasures. And I give myself a cheat day on the weekends. I say the weekends, usually it's Friday, but on the weekends I give myself a cheat day to eat whatever I want. And it's worked out well. Like I said, I've been maintaining that 10-pound loss, which is a good thing, for about 6 months now. And the other thing I do is listen to positive music. So through this whole pandemic, I tried to reduce the noise of news and media and focus on myself, focus on my work, focus on my family, and focus on God, and listen to positive music. So I love jazz. I love Christian music. So I encourage you, like I talked earlier, about looking at things that build you up, looking at things that tear you down. So that comes to about music as well. Like if you're listening to music that tears you down or that's not positive, then it could result in you not having a positive outlook on your situation. Whereas if you listen to positive music, it could influence positivity and hope that things are going to get better. Or if things are better, then you continue to do better, So it's about your faith, building your faith in God, building your faith in yourself, and trying to kill those or reduce. I can't say negative thoughts won't come to you, but reduce negative thoughts, so that you have a positive outlook on life each day. Email me if you want to talk to me, if you want to reach out. Let me know. Reach out to me. I'll post my email. But I'm hoping that this video, at least the basics of mental health and the things that I've done, to help me with my mental health helps you, and encourages you that if I've gone through it, that you can go through it as well. It's a test, and that test will be a testimony. That break that you faced will be a breakthrough. Many challenges are not there to break us; it's to help us grow. So if you look at a challenge as a growth opportunity, it's kind of looking at the glass half empty versus half full. You start to change your outlook, because it's how you view it. It's where you're sitting, and it's how you view your situation. Depends on how you feel about it. So if you want to have a positive outlook, you gotta have a different view. If you want to change somebody, you need to change yourself. If you want to be better, then you have to be better. If you want your kids to be better, you have to be better. You have to show them better. So it's just having a positive mindset out on life. So I just want to leave you with a passage from the Bible. So this is about anger, and I talk to you about how I was angry, how I'm still dealing with challenges with anger and bitterness, and how things didn't go my way. But I want to read you this, and this is from Ephesians 4, verse 31 through 32. This is from the NIV version. Get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Thank you.